Happy Halloween, you guys. I really wanted to do a palette bingo today, and I thought of getting all my spooky palettes out, mainly from Gourmande Girls. I wanted to play with all these three palettes, so we're going to do a palette bingo. So if you guys want to see how I achieve a randomly generated eye look, then please keep on watching. So all these palettes have 14 eyeshadows. This is the Spooked palette. Let me show you. Then we had the Nightshade palette, which I feel like is my favorite just because I'm more of a purple person. I really love this palette. And then we have the Haunted palette, which was like a mixture between the Spooked and the Nightshade palette. Really pretty shades. Okay, so we're gonna randomly get 6 shades out and see what we create. So Alexa's here. Alexa, choose a random number between 1 and 14.
Here's a number between 1 and 14. It's 2.
2. So we are definitely using the shade Trick here in the Spooked palette. So let me swatch that. Alexa, choose a random number between 1 and 14.
Here's a number between 1 and 14. It's 9.
9. So we have 7, 8, 9. Oh, so 2 sparkly multichrome shades. This is 9, which is pumpkin. Not mad at it at all because both of these are amazing shades. Like 2 of my top shades from the Spooked palette. Let's begin. I hope I get some matte shades. Alexa, choose a random number between 1 and 14.
Here's a number between 1 and 14. It's 9.
9 again. So 7, 8, 9. We have Dream shade from the Nightshade palette. Another beautiful sparkly shade. Alexa, choose a random number between 1 and 14.
Number between 1 and 14. It's 13.
13. I think that's a matte. Oh no, it's not. It's another shimmer. This one, which is Hellbore. Oh my god, now I'm getting scared, okay? We need at least two matte shades is what I'm assuming. Let's see. Alexa, choose a random number between 1 and 14.
Here's a number between 1 and 14. It's 5.
5. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another green shade. This one. Alexa, choose a random number between 1 and 14.
Here's a number between 1 and 14. It's 2.
2. It's Cursed. This one. Okay. These are the 6 shades that came up. I am scared. Scared for sure. But I feel like I'm going to pull up one more shade just to tie in everything together because this doesn't give me any depth for that means. And I want to have fun. So we'll see. We'll definitely incorporate all these shades somehow or the other and see what we come out with. But let's begin. There's only one matte shade, so we're going to start with that. And that is Cursed from this palette. I really would have loved one more shade. I'm going to start off with 15 Mini from Refer. And I'm going to take that Cursed shade. Let me smoothen out my eyes. Oh my god, I'm wearing this eye makeup for such a long time. You guys tell me, do you guys have any plans for Halloween? I know by the time you see this video, it is Halloween today. But let me know, do you guys have plans? Do you do a lot of decorations in your house? If you don't know me, I have like 2 boys, young boys. They are all into Halloween, so they'll be dressed up, they'll be trick-or-treating all across the neighborhood. And I'm excited to go with them. I'm filming like 2-3 days in advance. So for me, today is not Halloween, but I'll definitely do something with the makeup, of course. And then we'll see how it rolls, what I come up with. Last year, I was like a vampire, but we'll see how this year rolls. Okay, what are we gonna do? I definitely wanna ground the look together. So I'm going to start off with that Nightshade shade, which is Hellbore. This one, this green. And I'm going to take that in my outer corners. because that's the deepest shade that we have, even though it's a shimmer shade. So I'm gonna start with that in the outer corners. Actually spray a little first, and I'm only spraying so that it gets a little bit more deep when we are packing it up. Just like that. Obviously it's metallic, and I might pull in like a black or something. Didn't I say all the time whenever I do palette bingo, I swear the makeup gods want me to do green, and that's why so many greens. Definitely not planned, but that's how it works out. There you go. So once we have that all across the outer corners, now let's take the lighter green shade. I think that was from Haunted palette. Yeah, the shade called Eerie, this one. So let's take that on the same brush. This is BK Beauty A501, and I'm gonna blend that towards the center and mix it with that Hellebore shade. This is a lighter version of the Hellebore shade, just more like a, I don't know, candy apple shade. Just like that. But melts very, very nicely with the other green. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the Spooked palette. I'm gonna take the shade Pumpkin, this one, the inner third of the eyelid, and I'm gonna just overlap it with that other green shade. It turns out to be like an entire green eye. So feel like I'll have to overlap a little bit just to make it a little bit more different. So I'm going to take that pumpkin shade with my fingers and just overlap it on top, just to get that shift going on. See? Look at that. It shifts really, really beautifully. So I'm going to just take that, overlap over everything, just so that we can have that shift. Okay, now I'm gonna go with that Dream shade from the Nightshade palette, this beautiful purple shade, and I'm gonna take that in my inner corners and then overlap it on that green. Definitely a cool toned look going on top. And then I'm gonna take the final shade from the Spooked palette, which was the shade Trick, the multi-chrome shade. Before that, I am gonna just deepen out the outer corners. Let's take the shade, we take Fright? I think we should take Fright. This one, and I'm gonna take that on my Refer number 1 mini, taking that Fright shade, and I'm just gonna pack that on my outer corners, just so that there is depth. I'm gonna take the same thing on the lower lash line too, just connecting everything together. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and just blend the edges, just so that there is no harsh lines and everything is like blending well. This is Refer number 13. Final shade that is left is that Trick shade. So I'm gonna take that. Obviously this is like a shimmery shade, so I'm taking it on a smaller blending brush, just spraying it so that it's not going all across, and placing that on the inner corners of the lower lash line. Yeah, that's the hint of warmth that is coming. Okay, let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. And that's my final eye look. I know I had to use 6 shades, but I used 7. I don't call it a cheating just because I wanted something to deepen out my outer corners, but that's like in a background. It's not like coming forward, but I feel like I needed it. I really hope that you guys don't mind that, but I just wanted to have fun, and I definitely wanted to pair that with the deeper lip just because it was too much green for me. And you know how much I love my greens, you know that, right? So I really hope that you guys enjoyed like me playing with all these three eyeshadow palettes. Of course, I love all three. Like the quality is absolutely amazing. I have a review on all three eyeshadow palettes and creating like several looks using these palettes. So if you do like palette bingo kind of a video, do let me know in the comment section below. I'll definitely film a few for you guys. And if you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.